Let's get started with Explore End-to-End Analytics with Microsoft Fabric. If you'd like to follow along, please see aka.ms/fabric-intro. Here are some of the learning objectives in this section. First, we will discuss what Microsoft Fabric is, focusing in on its end-to-end analytic capabilities. I'll also highlight data teams and roles that use Microsoft Fabric. And lastly, I'll talk about how to enable Microsoft Fabric. To start, you might be asking right now, what is Microsoft Fabric? Microsoft Fabric is part of Microsoft 365. It is a single, integrated, end-to-end analytics platform designed for all data professionals and organization decision makers to collaborate on your organization's data stored in OneLake in the Delta Parquet format. It is a set of integrated SaaS, or software as a service, that can be used for extraction, transformation, and loading, or ETL, and for transforming and analyzing your organization's data. It is easily accessible by all Fabric services, workloads, or engines, with nothing to provision, nothing to architect, nothing to update. All you need to do to start is create your service by giving it a name. Microsoft maintains it, manages it, and scales it as needed behind the scenes and keeps it continuously updated. Let's focus now on some of the services or workloads or experiences under the hood of Microsoft Fabric. First, we have Power Query Online for both data ingestion and transformation through Dataflow Gen 2, and pipelines for ingestion, orchestration, and transformation using the Azure Data Factory. We will discuss this more in upcoming sections. Next, we have data engineering, which is based on Apache Spark. It is used for distributed high-performance processing and transformations at scale of any type of big data using Spark clusters and notebooks, while utilizing various Spark languages like PySpark or Spark SQL, to name a few. The Fabric Data Warehouse is a traditional data warehouse that uses structured data in tables for both exploration and querying of your data, along with the full T-SQL suite of statements that can be used. With data science, we bring Azure Machine Learning and Spark into Microsoft Fabric for model training on your data. Real-time analytics offers real-time streaming of large volumes of data that can be queried and analyzed as it streams into your event house or lakehouse or more sync destinations in Fabric. Lastly, Power BI is also included here to analyze your data and gain actionable insight for making critical business decisions through metrics, reports, and dashboards. Please note that all of these Fabric services, workloads, or experiences are built on OneLake. Storing all your data in OneLake can give your organization one single source of truth for all of your data, for collaboration with all your data and business professionals, and it can get rid of the data silos located throughout your organization that might be managed by different owners and may not have consistent security or governance. In Fabric, compute and storage are two separate components, giving us the ability to scale them separately as needed to accommodate your organizational workload needs. The business model or semantic model is also created automatically from the relationships that Fabric finds in your ingested data in OneLake, or you can create the relationship manually. As an example, data that you've uploaded into the data warehouse or lakehouse can be used by both. You just have to reference it. No need to move or duplicate your data. OneLake is a single unified tenant-wide SaaS storage system to store any type of file, which makes it perfect to hold structured, unstructured, and semi-structured data that is very common with today's diverse data that may or may not be in a table format and more likely to be in a comma delimited image, streaming, or social media format. Please note that all of the services in Fabric automatically store data in OneLake in the Delta Parquet format without any extra configuration. So there's nothing to provision, nothing to set up, and nothing to manage with OneLake. Just remember to ingest your data into OneLake using, for example, data pipelines, Dataflow Gen 2, mirroring, shortcuts, uploading, or many more other ways. OneLake is built on top of the Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2, which makes it very easy to be able to search your data in this hierarchical format. As a matter of fact, you can download OneLake File Explorer for Windows to check its structure and use it directly from File Explorer in Windows. It has been called the OneDrive for your organization's data. Microsoft Fabric makes it easier for data and business professionals to collaborate because of its single integrated SaaS end-to-end analytical environment. The roles on your data team will likely look different depending on your organization, but generally speaking, data engineers are responsible for building, managing, and securing the data pipelines that ingest, transform, and store data from various sources. They use tools such as Data Factory, Data Warehouse, data engineering, like the Lakehouse and the real-time intelligence, to create scalable and reliable data solutions. Analytics engineers are responsible for designing, developing, and testing the data models and analytic logic that powers the data products and insights. They use tools such as Data Factory, Data Warehouse, data engineering, like the Lakehouse and Power BI, to create and deploy analytics solutions. Data scientists are responsible for applying advanced statistical and machine learning techniques to discover patterns, trends, and predictions from data. They use tools such as the Azure Machine Learning and the Data Science Experience to create and operationalize data science models and applications. Data analysts are responsible for exploring, analyzing, and visualizing data to answer business questions and generate insights. They use tools such as Power BI and Excel to create and share interactive reports and dashboards. And lastly, business decision makers are responsible for using data and insights to make informed and strategic decisions that drive business outcomes. They use tools such as Power BI, Excel, Power Apps, and Power Automate to consume and act on data and insights from various sources and scenarios. All roles should act as data stewards because data needs to be properly managed, governed, and used to drive business value and, of course, innovation. To enable Microsoft Fabric, it must be turned on by a Fabric admin or a Power Platform admin or a Microsoft 365 admin at the tenant level. To use Microsoft Fabric, you must have a workspace that has been assigned either a premium capacity or a Fabric license. Let's review the knowledge check. Question 1. Which of the following is a key benefit of using Microsoft Fabric in data projects? Answer: it provides a single integrated environment for data professionals and the business to collaborate on data projects. Question 2. How do compute engines and Fabric interact with data stored in OneLake? Answer: compute engines can directly access data in OneLake without the need for duplication or movement. And lastly, question 3, which of the following Fabric experiences is used to move and transform data? Answer: Data Factory. To recap this section, we answered the burning questions of what is Fabric, your single, integrated, end-to-end analytics platform for collaboration. We also defined each of the Fabric workloads: Data Factory, Data Engineering, Data Warehouse, Data Science, Real-Time Intelligence, and Power BI, along with some foundational information about OneLake as the OneDrive for your organizational data. We also explored the common data professional roles and the workloads and tools that they commonly use. Lastly, we talked about how to enable Microsoft Fabric in your tenant, along with the need to assign the premium per capacity or Fabric license to your workspace in order to use Fabric. I encourage you to review the online material on Microsoft Learn, on which this presentation is based. Please see the link below.